Hi everybody, this week's Q&A call. As usual, this call is here specifically, I think, for you guys. So if we spend the whole hour or 50 minutes we've got left answering your questions, that's fine by me. Okay, I don't need to be talking, preferably not talking as much as I can, because you don't want to hear me rambling on any more than you already do. So I would love to answer anyone's questions. Everybody is welcome to ask anything at all. So even though I did start this before I started recording, I was just saying, the other day, really sort of carefully with Kelly I did, and Kelly helped as well, to go through and just to make sure that the steps are all correct still, because we're fine tuning things, because we are still in beta phase, guys. We're still in the startup phase. So the great thing is that we can change things if something's not working and we feel like it really isn't the right thing. Don't get surprised and say, oh, how come you're making this happen and that change and this happen? No, this is what we should be doing. We should be making it better. We shouldn't be just sticking to something because that's just the way it works, right? You're always best to test stuff. And if we're the ones that are getting the feedback via questions or via like there could be something that's a constant sticking point, that needs to be addressed, and then we will look at that and we will make it better, which could end up making a change to a system. So just so you know, that's how we're doing it, because we want this to be better and better, constant improvement, and we can do it, so we will. But I went through just to double check that everything's correct, that the links are correct, that we've got everybody now that joins. Any newbies on this call will know you automatically get sent an email which has got your affiliate link in the email. So exciting. So I hardly ever get any questions anymore about what's my link, because you've all got your link sent to you. If anyone wants me to, I don't know if this is opening up a can of worms, but I could email everybody their link. Just once again, just send everybody their link. If you all wanted it, that's totally doable. Could you just make a note of that, Kelly? Because I might do that in the poll. Just ask if anyone needs their link still.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and then I won't send it to everyone if they don't need it, because it's just one more thing to sort of do, but I do think it's a good idea.
There's a question from Marie. If you can answer that, please, Kirsty.
Oh, yeah. I have two questions. Can admin assist the correct wrong email address after registration? Okay, so of all things that we can alter, the email address is not one. So once the email address is in the system, the only way to fix it is to sign that lady up again with a new account. So obviously if the email address is wrong, that will need to be done. So that is definitely something you need admin to help with. So you'll have to message admin, please. Probably me, to be honest. Just message me, the royal admin. I used because there's some stuff that Kelly will do and some stuff that Julianne will do, but I'll do that. I used my tiny URL link to help register my invitee. I was not paid. You're paid second tier. Okay. So what that means is that your link is wrong. So what really looks like has happened is that you've actually used your referrers. So someone who's signed up under you, you've used her link to put into your tiny URL, because the only reason that you've been paid a second tier commission is because you're the second tier. So it's your mistake, but we can try and help you fix it. Okay. You'll probably have to ask for the $15 back from the lady who got it wrong. We can't fix it. Once it's in the system, you got to remember that this is a business that is all tied to invoices, and the invoices come out through System.io. So we really can't just fix that. So you'll have to get the $15 off the lady who accidentally got it. If you want me to help you with that, I can help by messaging. You can put me in a message with the lady who got it wrongly, and you can add me into that three-way chat and I can sort of help with you. And don't forget, the lady doesn't get the money straight away. She only gets the money on the 10th of the month, as long as it's past the 25th of the month before, if you get what I mean. So if it was this week, she won't be getting that $15 until the 10th of July. Okay, so you'll have to put it in your diary to remember on the 10th of July, just put a little thing in your diary. Remember to ask Jenny Smith, you know, can I have my $15, please? But yeah, this is why using the correct link is so important. And honestly, this is your business, guys. So you have to be absolutely sure that you're giving the right link, because 99% of the mistakes are not because of anything apart from the fact that you didn't give the right link. Okay. So we want to help you. I don't mean to sound harsh, but it's just that you can imagine if everyone does it, it's a big headache. So you really need to be giving the right link. Is there another question? Hi, Kirsty, regarding the invitation to the main pink group. Some of my ladies I tried to invite remain untick at my end. What would be the reason? Oh, Kelly answered that already.
Yes, I think so. I'll salute you.
It's quite a good question for people, and Kelly, you have answered, but at the same time, you also had a very much that happened to you. It's not to do with us, basically. It's just that the person's probably already been sent an invitation. I do get quite a lot because the way it works, just so you know, is you go on your Facebook, you tick invite, 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 whatever, right? Sorry, I'm just going to mute whoever that is. I've muted everyone. If you want to unmute, you can just unmute. You invite people, tick, 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 okay, on your phone. But just because you invite them, I believe that if they've already been invited by somebody else, when those invitations come into me, they get sent to me then, right? So you do the invitation first, it gets sent to our Facebook group, the admin gets the list, we get rid of all the men. And by the way, they're not always men, you don't know they're men because they pretend that they're women. And so when we do a little check box that says the gender and we tick males, sometimes out of 200, there might be 50 are men. They're men's profiles, but they've just changed their name to a lady's name. So you think it's a lady, but it's not. So just in case you're wondering, like, how come I've got all these people being, you know, not being added? It's just because there's a lot of men. So just be careful the types of groups that you're going into. And this is, it's so much of Woohoo system being successful for you depends on the people that you're becoming friends with on Facebook. Like I can't even stress that enough, because if you're going into groups full of spammy people who are public groups where anyone can join, anyone does join, and you just friend request people because they're in the group. Take your time to pick the groups that you join. Take the time to only join private groups, which is what I say in the training. If you have forgotten, just go back and watch that training again. Okay? Because the women who are going to join this are specific types. You know, they either have a business already in digital marketing or they're looking for one in digital marketing. But not just, and I know that that's not completely true. There are a lot of women who need money. So like if you went out into the street and you called out right now, who out here wants more money? I'd say probably 100% of people maybe, or 99 at least, Oh, I don't know why that's happening. Sorry, guys. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how come I've got that happening. Somebody's presenting, but there shouldn't be, but I'll just turn that off. I don't know. Anyway, okay. The long and short of it is, it's a very easy mistake to make. Everybody thinks, well, everyone needs more money. So why do I need to care who I invite? Because they're all going to be wanting to make more money. So shouldn't I just invite everybody? But they're the people who might say, wow, this looks fantastic. But just as easily, they might be the same person who says, that looks like a scam. Okay? You don't know, because that lady, yes, she might need money, but you have no idea of judging whether or not she's the type of person who would like a digital online stuff or not. How could you tell? How can you tell, guys? Do you want me to tell you how you can tell? The way you can tell is because she's in a group about making money from home. So the reason that you know, it'd be like me saying, this is just coming to the top of my head, so it's probably not the perfect example for our group, but let's just say, it's like saying, surely everybody here, everybody would like dogs, right? Most people like dogs. They think they're cute, they like them, they have a pet, whatever, right? Everyone might like dogs. But, so yeah, you might be right. 50% of those people might say, yeah, I love dogs. The other 50% might go, no, I like them, but I wouldn't have one, right? But if you went to a group on Facebook that was called, I love my pet doggy, right? Do you think that most people in that group would like dogs? Yes, because they wouldn't be in a group called I love my pet doggy otherwise, would they? So that's how you know, without having to try and guess if someone's going to be interested or not. Yes, everybody wants money. But does everybody think that a digital business is a good idea? No. Because half the people will either say, what? Digital business? What even is that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Or they're going to say, oh my gosh, don't go near that. That's a scam. Or they're going to say, oh, I already tried that kind of thing and I will never do that again because I lost my money. So all of those examples are not the right people. Yeah? So what I'm trying to teach you with the group thing is it's a very easy way to narrow down the right people because they're already chosen off their own back to go and join a group that is talking about how to make money. There we go. Sorry, the doorbell just went and the dog's going mental. Speaking of annoying dogs. Anyway, so does that all make sense, guys? Is that making it a lot clearer about why I'm telling you not to just go for any old woman that might want money? Yeah, because it's not just because of that. The other reason I'm telling you this is because it's not fun not knowing if someone's going to be interested in making money with an online business, right? So you're already putting yourself in a situation that means that you're going to have possible negativity. And you don't want that because you want to be positive and you want to be, happy and fun about what you've got. So remember that you become I forget the exact saying, but it's something like you become the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Yeah. So if you hang around with 5 people who are really, positive, is that the expression, Christina? It's something like that, but it's, been around forever. But the truth is it's true. Like if you hang out with people who are negative, who are not really wanting anything out of life, whatever, okay, yeah, okay, sometimes we have to because there might be a family. But saying that, you choose your friends and you also choose who you hang out with online. So if you feel like you've gotten into a point where, oh, nobody wants to know what I'm doing, nobody cares, nobody thinks it's good, everyone thinks it's a scam, the only person that can change that is you. And the thing I would suggest is to go into the members group or even to the pink main group and just spend a bit of time reading through, not all the posts, just, the quick ones, but the longer ones where the women actually write really nice stuff that explains about how they've benefited from what we're doing, so that you can build yourself up with positivity and then surround yourself with people like-minded, okay? Because then you don't get dragged down by their negativity. And again, just don't try selling to people who don't want to be sold to. And don't try selling to anybody is my suggestion. Wait, we call it attraction marketing. So really, if you follow the system that we've showed you, you shouldn't be in a situation, or rarely anyway, that you've got people being negative to you, because they've chosen to accept your friend request. They've chosen to come into the Facebook group. You didn't force them into it. They saw the invitation and they clicked to join. Yeah. So the whole method that we put up for you is so that you can have a pleasant experience. So that's kind of what I wanted to say about that. Okay, Dale? Oh, paper. Anyway, okay, so that is that. Now, does anyone have any questions on that? Anyone want to? Oh, Emma was just saying, yeah, we've got the training in the $100. And we've got our 10K challenge coming up, which a lot of you have put your hand up for, which we're going to be going hugely into how to make you look like the sort of person that people want to ask about what you're doing. Okay, so if you want to know how to do that, then that's what you're going to want to do. I'm just going to see if there's any more questions you want me to answer, Kelly, or you just anyone that you think we should do out loud.
Yeah, no, there is none at the moment.
Okay, cool. Okay, so is there a WhatsApp group for the All-Ins? Okay, so Kylie, are you in the All-Ins already? So I haven't actually got the list in front of me, but okay, cool. So did you come on the call at 9:30? Sorry, whatever time it was for you, 7:30. I've actually just suggested that for the All-Ins that we do a WhatsApp chat potentially, so that we've all got. So, okay, guys, anyone that's on this call who listens to this later and you're a newbie and you don't know what I'm talking about with the All-In, after you've done 30 days with Woohoo, followed the system, you've got your checklist, you can tick it off, you've got an email every single day from me with a step to do, and they're going to be even more and more and more. Or not more emails, but more in depth and various things. But anyway, basically at the moment you get that. So 30 days, you just put your head down. Put your head down and just do the checklist and follow it exactly. If you do that, I really, really believe, yes, some people will say to me, I did the 30 days and I didn't make a sale. If you're that lady who did that and you feel like you genuinely did exactly what I told you to do, including making sure that you follow up with the lady who's joined the group a couple of days later and sends her a message saying, here's the link to the post, or tagging her in the posts that you think are good. This is like it's like a real, when you get a lady who joins on the spreadsheet, when you get a lady who joins the group, if you had a sales job, which some of you probably do, so you won't need this training, but if you don't, you might want to listen. If you get a lead, we'll call them a lead, but that's what they are. That is like a diamond. I told you the other day in the chat, that's like a diamond. She needs to be nurtured though, because very unlikely that she's going to join the group and you're going to think, oh, she's in the group, so she's going to see everything. No, it doesn't happen like that. This is how come we have the system for you. If you were getting paid every day to turn up to this Woohoo Women's Club job and you were getting paid a salary and you were given leads, which is like a lady that comes and accepts your invitation into the group, believe me, you would do a lot more than you do right now, because that would be your job. You would be like, okay, she's shown an interest. I've got my son in the other room. He just texts me saying, Mum, you've got a lead. You've got to ring the person right now. They want to call with you. Okay, this is for my day job. So I'm taking my lunch break right now doing this call with you guys. But for my day job, I get leads come into my inbox. It's a person that says, yes, I'm interested. If I just went, oh, good, that person can just wait and see. If they see a bit of information from me, I'm sure they'll, come and give me their credit card and sign up for my service. No, you have to work hard for these people, because they're putting up their hand and saying, yeah, I'm interested. But that's when you take over. Okay, so that's when you take over with our system that is done in a way that isn't pushy, it's not spammy, it's not anything like that. And I've told you right from the beginning, you can't find any of our videos that say you have to do something that then when you get to our program that you get a shock, because we've told you all from the beginning, you don't cold DM anyone. What that means is you don't find a random stranger on the internet and you don't message that person and go, hi, I just thought I'd say hello and see if you want to connect with me or whatever. No, because you send a friend request. So the only cold thing that you have to do, which if you want to call it cold technically, is sending the invitation to be a friend. Okay, so that's the only cold thing that you have to do. The only person that you don't know is someone who you've sent a friend request to, but once they become a friend, did you force them to accept your friend request? Just checking with everybody. Did you force anyone who became a friend of yours on Facebook to be your friend? If you want to answer me in the chat, because I just want to know what you all think. Okay, cool. So you get the point. You didn't force anyone, they accepted it. Yeah? The people that you sent friend requests to that didn't want to be your friend, that's fine. You're not going to send them a message saying, hello, I sent you a friend request. You didn't accept it. Why not? Why don't you like me? Okay. So, but this all starts with finding the right people to send the friend request to, which is what we talked about in the beginning. Not the women who might like a dog, but the women who are in the dog Facebook group. Okay. or the money Facebook group, to be more specific. So does that help everybody a little bit? So you do have a job, guys. This is not I mean, it's a job that takes 30 minutes a day, but it's a system that isn't a free, money machine. It's not. And Kelly probably can't talk right now, but I know Emma's on. I'm not sure if Emma's able to, because I think it's always useful, Emma, for them to hear your story. Both Emma and Kelly have made certainly hundreds of dollars, but more like, in the thousands probably now, certainly for Kelly. But everything Kelly did, she just followed the system exactly. Kelly is a very organized person, by the way, which is why I think she's unbelievably amazing. Hope you're hearing this, Kelly. But it's true, I do think that. You're so super organized. So, I get it. You guys are trying to do this on your phone with bad signal sometimes. You got the kids all trying to nag at you. You've got your husband there probably wanting to know what you're doing. You've got dinner you're trying to make. You've got jobs. Most of you have got a job as well. It's a lot. So don't feel that you're not doing a good job. Do the best you can. That's all I'm saying. So just try and follow it as best as you can. I've gone totally off on a tangent because I was talking about the 30-day all-in program. But anyway, sorry. But I don't want you to feel deflated after this, because I don't want you to feel like it's too hard. It's not too hard. But there is a system, and if you're not making sales, just be a little bit honest with yourself and say, you know what, it might take me 60 days to make a sale because I'm not really able to do it full on properly. Yeah? And realize that the system is kind of in place so that if you do it, it will work. But you kind of do have to do all of it. So does anyone want to ask any questions about that? So basically, once you've done the 30 days, yeah, you get invited at the end, you get an email which says, you've done your 30 days. We know you've done your 30 days. Now you're invited to join the next group of all-in people, which basically means you're going to have about 100 women who are the types of women I told you about at the beginning about, you surround yourself with the 5 people and that's who you're going to become like. They're the 100 women that you want to be surrounding yourself with. So I would say, if you got the chance to go into All In, I would go into All In. It's a free thing. You don't have to pay. Okay, so you will get that invitation. And by the way, if anyone has just finished their 30 days as of like the last day or two sort of thing, you've got until tomorrow to join All In for the June one. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till July. So if that's you and you're listening and you're thinking, oh, I've just missed it, we've got one more day that Anne just told me. She's happy to let people join at the latest by tomorrow, because once we start, we don't want to ruin it by having people join at all different times, because it's a program that goes, on each day. Okay, so if anyone wants to join All In and they've definitely been in there for 30 days, send me a DM and I can send you the link to get into it. You have 3 days left. Okay, that's fine. And because you've still got 3 days left, which means that's basically the first week in June. And so then you'll have to wait to July. It's fine. You can keep doing your checklist every day. Okay, just get better at doing your daily checklist. And if anybody, Emma actually might be quite a good person to ask about this. And maybe Emma, one day, if you would, I would love it if you would do a training for the ladies, because you do your business from your phone. Emma, do you?
Yes, yes, on my phone.
Okay, cool. So because you do it on your phone, using your phone is so much easier. By the way, I finally succumbed to getting Facebook on my phone because I normally say I don't have Facebook on my phone, but I thought, you know what, I need to get it on my phone. So I've got it on my phone. So now I'm a lot, I see how the experience that you guys are having more. So you can do it on your phone because Emma, how many, you must have, I don't know how many sales you've got now, Emma. You must have, I don't know, 40 or something? I don't even know how many. We could look. But Emma's, doing extremely well, 30 plus. Okay. So don't forget, Emma's got 30 plus women who have actually purchased from her link. Now she's got 30 women who are her affiliates almost because they're making sales. She's making $1.50 from all of them. She even makes 5% of if some of those ladies sign someone up who buys the $100 program or the $50 program, she gets 5% of that too, yeah? Plus Emma gets money. All of her women who are in now, when they win prizes and they get upgrades and she gets a commission, 50% commission of that. So Emma's got a nice business that's growing now from just doing the checklist. And Emma, do you want to just quickly give us your 2-minute version of, have you done anything other than the checklist? Do you want to give us your sort of rundown? Not sure if Emma's still listening. She might not be able to speak. I know that was a rhetorical question, really, because I know Emma has not done it. She's just done the checklist, right? So Emma gave us a photo once. Oh, we should try and find it, Kelly. I don't know if you can find it, but I'll find it after otherwise. Where Emma did a snapshot. We were like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. So Emma printed off her checklist or her tracker that we sent all of you. So it's a tracker for the whole month. And Emma just gets her pen and she just ticks off every single day. She does the tasks and she just makes a note of it. So at the end of the month, Emma didn't say, oh, I did the checklist. I didn't make a sale because she knows, right? She just did the steps. And the same with Kelly. Kelly, you must have made at least over 50 or more sales just by doing the checklist every day.
Yeah, it's hard to count now because some is of the old system, some is of the new system.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
all in all, I kind of think maybe it's
yeah,
even over 100.
yeah, loads.
Yeah.
And it's, that's basically, Kelly didn't have a Facebook business before, did you?
I had a business page for the other business that I joined, but it was a page and it was really different to the profile that I've got. As in, I used to spend money on advertising.
Yeah, yeah. So Kelly told us a story last week and it was so interesting and I didn't even know that part, but basically the business that she joined before, they made her do paid advertising. And so she had a Facebook business page, which is a good idea so people can check you out and all of that, especially if you don't want your personal profile being looked at by your friends and all that. Some people are quite private, which is what we promise you guys. If you want to have that, you can. But basically the way Kelly made all of her sales was just by using the checklist and just doing it. That's like if you want the very short version, get the checklist, follow it, make sales. That's it. But I just want to say a million times over because I honestly do think this bit gets missed every time because the same comments come up and I still feel like saying, did you even watch the training? It's the most important thing is the right people. Okay? If you've really not got the right people, you're starting from a major handicap. Wow. You're starting on a big behind the 8 ball. Okay. Grace, no. So you have to have done 30 days in the normal program to qualify for All In. So if you've done 60 days, you can still join All In, but just minimum 30. So, and don't worry, the time will go fast and we'll be on to the next one. So just be ready. You can put your name down though. When you get your email, which will be at the end of the 30 days, you'll get an email inviting you to the All In, and you can just pop your name on the list and then you can. Yeah, so Christina, again, we've talked a little bit about the types of people that you've had before, and like, you know, they're in a business, so it's actually really good. In fact, I'm going to start doing a bit of a training for you guys on people who, if you do like to have chats and you do want to talk to people and they say to you, well, I've already got a business, I don't want another business. I would turn around to them. What you can start doing, which is quite cool, is saying, oh, okay, do you mind if I ask you, how do you get all of your leads for your business? Like what do you do to get leads? Just ask them a question. I'm going to do this training actually in the next program because I think it's really cool. So see what they say. It's extremely interesting to not be worrying about selling to people and just to actually be interested in what they're doing. Guys, not just stop thinking about, not that I'm saying that any of you are doing it, but I'm just saying the quicker that we realize that if we just give value and we give service to people, how much more they want to know what we're doing. Okay? It's called the power of reciprocity, I think it's called. So it's about helping people. So if they say an AI tool to buy, okay, fine. So like I really do think you have got quite a lot of like very heavy digital marketing people as your friends, Christina. And I would say get rid of those unless you want to go down that route.
Awesome.
They're a different demographic, quite a different demographic. So you've got your, I don't mean this to sound condescending at all, but you've kind of got your Mary Kay, Tupperware, Avon on one side. Yeah. And then you've got your AI bot building agency, whoever on the other side. We don't want to be on that side.
Yes.
Because they're not going to be interested in doing what we're doing. They're not. They're too advanced.
Thank you.
So you really want to go for your people who are in network marketing. They're perfect. Network marketing people are quite good because I can almost guarantee you that they're not making money. And the other great thing about network marketing people is that they're always looking for a way to get leads for their business that doesn't require selling to their family and friends. Hi, Esther's Baba. I can see you. Hello, darling. How are you, sweetie? Okay, so yeah, what I was going to say about the whole, if they start asking, trying to sell their business, whatever, say, look, listen, guy, just so you know, I'm really not interested in a business and I am not going to try and sell you my business. Let's just agree to that one, okay? Something like that, right? But if you still do particularly want to have a conversation with the person, you can say, but just side to that, how do you get most of your leads for your business? Like, how do you find people to join you? Like, what are you doing? Are you doing Facebook ads, or are you doing posting, or are you doing TikToks, or what? Yeah, because that could be a great way, once they say, oh, whatever they say, Say, oh, okay, well, because we just get all of our leads through our Woohoo group. Why don't you join us and have a look at what we're doing? Yeah. So that's just one little idea, but you can stop the chat about the business trying to sell their business to you, because you just say, just before we go on, I'm really happy with my stuff that I'm doing, and you sound like you're really happy, and I'm so glad that we both have something we love. So that's cool. But can I ask you, how do you get leads for your business? Yeah, that we can do more of this training later, but I just wanted to give you a little taster of what you can do to stop conversations that are going nowhere. And if they're genuinely open to knowing, then you can say, listen, I'm happy to invite you into the Woohoo Club. You can have a look, because that's how we get all our leads. We just do it. We have got the peaceful Woohoo method. Have you ever heard of it? No? Oh, okay. Well, it's very peaceful. So if you like peace, then come and join us. So, okay. Anyone got any more questions? If you're in a group that you just get people who are trying to sell to you all the time, just get out of that group and just go and find a group where you feel the vibe, guys. Okay? Don't just join a group because it says it's about money. And the other thing which I'll tell you is like really better is finding women-only groups and only private groups. Because private groups are a lot better quality. A lot better. So but at the end of the day, everybody wants leads. Okay, this is the same for me in my day job. It's the same for every business all around the world. Not every single business, because some people say, I can't do with any more business. Their problem is that they've got too much business and they're not maximizing it. But that's another story. The majority of the reason I have a job still is because every single person that I work for, well, every one of my clients needs leads every single day. Yeah. And I promise you, they don't get one lead, and that lead becomes a client. That's not real world, guys. You have to kiss a lot of frogs, as they say. So, yeah. Anyone else want to ask a question? We've got a couple of minutes left. Consistency is the absolute key. And I know it's like, it doesn't matter if we're talking about what you eat, what you think about, what you do for your exercise, how you sleep, how you talk to your children, your beautiful little children who are all watching. I can see your children, Jessica. Hello, kids. And Esther's, oh, you've got such a beautiful smile, darling. It doesn't matter what you do in life. The message is, it's what you do every single day that counts, right? It's not one-off thing here, one-off thing there. It's a consistent effort, and it doesn't have to be huge. It's just doing it regularly. And the opposite is true. You could be doing something every day. Like, actually, an example is every single day you have 6 rows of chocolate. I won't say who that is, but all of a sudden you go, how did I put on 3 kilos? And you think it just happened overnight? No, it happened because I was consistently in a habit of eating 6 rows of chocolate every single day. And then all of a sudden the scales caught up with me, right? And that's the same as this. You're just doing it consistently, bit by bit. So just have more of a kind of focus on doing the work and doing it well, rather than, I didn't make a sale yet. I didn't make a sale. Everybody else did. What's going on? Why didn't I? Why didn't I? Just do the steps. And if you're enjoying it, then that doesn't matter. If you hate it, it's probably not the right thing for you guys. You know, if you're really hating it and you don't want to be on Facebook and you don't like it and you don't want to do this stuff, there are other things you can do, you know? So, but I hope that you all are here because you all love the idea, but don't give up on yourself too soon and don't focus just on the sales yet. Because if you focused more on the consistency, doing it really well and finding the right people, even if they're less people, finding the right people, sending a little message, taking your checklist, writing that person's name on a list even. Like, you don't have to have a fancy checklist, guys. I mean, you don't have to have a fancy tracking paper. Get a piece of paper or a notebook, put the lady's name and put 6 columns down. And when you send her the little welcome message, tick it. Then when you think, oh, okay, well, next day I've got to send her the little message that says, you know, did you see the post or whatever? And then you can tag her in a post. You don't have to even message her. You can just tag her in a post that next day. So just keep yourself, those lovely, beautiful ladies who have accepted your request to the group, they're your business. Because they're nobody else's business, guys. Nobody else has got those ladies. So it's they're your gold, beautiful little nuggets of, you know, women. So if you do a bad job with them, and I don't mean this to be harsh, but if you're not giving them a good experience, they're probably going to miss out because they're not going to see it. Yeah? Oh, that's great, Natalie. That's great. I'm not sure which part because I have rambled on a bit as usual, but I'm glad that you have been doing it. Does anyone want to ask a question before I finish our session off for the week? Okay, Beverly, you can join if you do it today. Okay, so can you send me a DM, please? And I will send you the link. And then when you join the all-in group, just say Kirsty said I could join. Okay? So as long as you've done your 30 days, because Anne will check that because she doesn't want people in that haven't done their 30 days. Rena says, how do I know when one of my friends has accepted the invite into the main page? So there is a checklist, oh God, a spreadsheet, which is pinned to the top of the WhatsApp chat, but you also received it via email. It's also in your Woohoo group course training. That is a spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet has got your name on it. Now, one thing I will say, and I absolutely agree with you, Google spreadsheet is not amazing on a phone. It's not. It's not easy. I have tried to find my leads on there, and I have to agree it's not as easy as it could be, right? So if anyone really wants to don't send it to me every day, please, but if you want me to send you your list of people, just do me a favor and remember that it takes 7 days. Like Kelly just said, 7 days for that lady to be added. Even though she's joined the group, she won't get onto the spreadsheet list until 7 days later because Facebook has a delay of 7 days. So sometimes you're going to see a notification pop up that says your friend has joined the group. Sometimes you'll see it, sometimes you'll miss it. And that's because that's just Facebook for you. But if you really want your spreadsheet, if you want me to send you the names of the ladies who've joined the group on the spreadsheet that belong to you, I am very, very happy to do that. And I think if you want it, be proactive asking me. Like I said, don't ask me every day because it takes 7 days. But if once a week you ask me for it, I'm happy to send you your list. okay? Because they're your ladies, they're your babies to look after. And I want you to do a good job with looking after them and nurturing them. Okay. Hi, Benedicta. Sorry that you finished. We're about to go just as you came, but we've got the recording, so we'll send it out. Hopefully that was helpful, some of that training, guys, that you can get a bit of a better idea of what you might be doing wrong, how you can move forward, staying positive, staying consistent. You know, we have plenty of examples of women who are making very good money from just following the system, okay? Oh, Benedicta, sorry, the time. So we started an hour ago. So put it in your diary for next week so you remember. It's at your 8 p.m. Okay, I think yeah. You can access the spreadsheet. It does actually work on your phone. It's just not amazing. It's just not easy to read it, really. So let me know, just send me a DM, preferably on Facebook, please. And I only go on my messages once a day on Facebook, but I'll get back to you, okay? And I can send you your names. It's pretty quick for me to do it. I prefer for me to do it quickly for you and then you guys to have your list, because then you can have no excuses, guys. And the other thing which is good about knowing how many people you've got in the group is you have to have a lot of people in the group. The number, I haven't worked out the exact numbers yet, but it's probably maybe 5% of whoever you get in the group who would ever join. So if you've got 10 in the group, that's not even one person that would join. That's half a person. So before you even start, you need about 20 people in the group that you're doing the system with consistently who is going to join. Okay, so don't get put off if you think, oh, I've already got 5 people in the group, why haven't I got anyone? No, it's not about that. That's why I say don't, in the first 30 days especially, just focus on doing the tasks properly.
Before we go, may I ask one more?
Yeah.
I have like 30 ladies in the group, only one joined. And when you do a video and explaining what this is all about, attack them. Do I still gonna chase them on the messages? Do you want, or shall I just leave it?
I think it's a good idea for you to just follow the system so that like the first day you say, I'll tag you in a couple of posts, just go and tag them. Yeah. They might or might not reply to that one. Then you can follow them up again. Hey, did you see that? I don't know if you saw that I tagged you in a post. Are you interested in how to get leads peacefully? This could be another, we might tweak the messaging a bit because I think people might be interested in knowing how do I get video, you know, how do I get leads to see my stuff without me doing videos? Because that's what we're teaching them.
Yeah. Brilliant.
You know?
So I'm just gonna actually message them privately and then tell them I will tag you, because when I tag them, they get back to me and then some of them don't. So
yeah. So put it this way. I personally, my personal opinion, and this is what I do for my day job, by the way, I'm not just telling you to do this. I keep following them up until they say no, until I can't be bothered anymore, because I feel like I don't want them as a client anyway if they're not going to reply to 7 messages. But I email this, like I emailed a guy this morning. Hi, just letting you know that just in case you were away last week, I'm just to see if you're still interested in me helping you. Because if someone says they're interested in the first place, they were interested. Why were they interested? Because so the reason they're not doing anything is either because they've looked at it now and they said no, they don't like it, or because they're just busy. And the likelihood is it's because they're just busy.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then you never know, they might want your other business, Christina, because you've got, like, everyone in here, not everyone's got 2 businesses or 3, but some of you do. So, like, you know, if someone says no to your, you know, travel thing, say, well, how do you get your leads for your business then if you don't want to do this? Like, do you have a business? Yes, I do already. Like, have a bit more of a conversation when it comes to like, well, just in a general way, like, what do you do? Oh, okay, well, I love my business, you love yours. How good's that? But if you want to get leads, you could maybe have a look at what we do to get leads. Anyway, okay, guys, have a beautiful day. Thank you very much, Belly. Save Google spreadsheet to your note, Emma says. Oh, right, Emma, we need to do a little training, I think. You and I, in fact, I'm going to message you right now so you can't get away with it. Let's do me and you, we'll do a closed training and then we can post it for everyone.
Okay, sure.
Is that okay? Because
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, you've got success. You do this on your phone. You've got everything on your phone. So you've probably already, we don't need to recreate the wheel. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming on the live call. We'll post this recording as soon as it's done. Anyone that wants to do all in, you've got until tomorrow latest to join. After that, please don't ask because you will not be let in by Anne because she's very strict on that, which is fair enough. And if you're thinking you might like it, you might not, I think you'll love it. Come in, you've got a chance to try it. If you really hate it for some reason, you can leave. That's fine, but I think you'll enjoy it. So, yeah. Okay, guys, I better go, and I hope you have a beautiful evening. Oh, thanks, Heather. Bye, bye, Joy. Thanks, Sekla. Thanks, Marie. Uh-oh, Margaret's just turned up, and we're going. All right, I'll post this out to any of your ladies that you've got in the group or any of your people. Tell them, don't forget to watch this, yeah, because that will help them as well. Bye, Jessica's little one. Little ones. Where's Esther? Oh, is your daughter gone? Is that your daughter that I could see? Yeah. Say bye for me. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a really nice evening, and I'll see you soon.